Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the We Only Do One Take podcast. It's the only podcast in the world that is a complete shit show.
That can't be shut down because we're on Twitter and our good man Elon is buying Twitter.
He's bought Twitter.
Technically, the payment hasn't gone through yet.
You know.
And
Well, he should ask PayPal.
and we're never going to be kicked off Twitter.
We're never going to
That's
be
the
kicked
one
off
platform we're going to
Twitter.
be safe on,
We're
Turch.
safe on Twitter. With me is my co-host, the CEO, the cowboy of the show.
Woo!
I don't know if you sent me a message today saying, howdy, I will be at your house at 7:45. And I'm like, what's this cowboy guy? Who says howdy? Thanks, Woody. Well, let's talk about it, because the man has done it.
Yeah.
The supervillain, apparent supervillain of the world, the man that's trying to restore free speech to a platform, which apparently is a bad thing. Elon Musk, he's it's
a great thing, Turch. It's a great thing.
You know,
Don't listen to the naysayers. The naysayers are fun to listen to, though.
I don't understand. It's like a billionaire is deciding to, like, no one was upset when Jeff Bezos bought the Washington Post.
No, they weren't, were they?
No, but Elon Musk buying Twitter is like, people are going to, like, people
People are losing,
they're losing
their
their
shit.
minds. I have heard that a lot of left-leaning people have lost like thousands of followers, whereas a lot of right-leaning people have actually gained.
Yeah.
Lots
Well,
of
the
followers.
people on the left are going to be like, nah, we're leaving, and they're going to think everyone else is going to leave the platform. That's not going to happen.
No.
There's just going to be center and right people.
Well, yeah, they'll all leave like Gab and just go, well, I can actually say the N-word on Twitter now, so I might as well rejoin.
Yeah.
I hope so. I think... Look, I don't understand.
Capitalism needs to, by itself, businesses fail, new ones generate, and this is what's happening with Twitter.
Well,
The crap people will leave.
I have a different perspective.
The Wild West will come back.
I have a different perspective
Yeah.
on this. Elon is a venture capitalist.
Yeah.
Okay, first and foremost, that's what he is. Like, he's not really an engineer. He's a venture capitalist. He invests in things that he sees potential in making money. And
I think it's going to go back into the public domain. I think he's going to own it.
yeah,
He's going to do whatever the fuck he wants to do with it, and then he's going to re-IPO it.
well, whatever he does with it, all he's going to do is try to make money. And I think he's going to try to make a 20% profit. And then he's gonna bail out of it, because there's no point after that.
Yeah.
It's done. And all he has to do really is reinstate a few people. If he gets back Donald Trump and Alex Jones,
Donald Trump won't come back because Donald Trump's trying to build his own platform.
Yeah, you know what though? All he will say to Donald Trump is rejoin Twitter, and with you rejoining Twitter, I'll give you shares. And I think it'll be the same for Alex Jones.
Yeah.
And those are the two big...
Those are the two big names.
But that's the thing. He only has to turn like a little bit of a profit. And he'll just bail out. Why would he stick around?
I reckon he'll own it. He'll put it back on the stock market, but he'll own the controlling shares.
Yeah.
So he'll make a shit ton of money when he sells 49% of it.
Yeah.
But he'll own 51%. So no one can fuck with Twitter.
Yeah.
But it will have made it, what Elon does, will make it so profitable.
Well, it's interesting because...
And the people there are shitting themselves because they now work for the man who's got the best work ethic in the world.
Yeah. Well,
He wants life and blood from you when you work with him.
No, the other thing he's gonna do, and this is just a theory.
Twitter on the moon? Twitter on SpaceX?
No.
Twitter in Teslas?
No.
Twitter, Tesla, and...
Oh, you want to buy something on Twitter, like on the Twitter market that he'll eventually make? Or the only coin that you can use
is Dogecoin.
which he happens to be the majority shareholder.
Yeah.
So I don't think he cares about the profit from Twitter. He'll own that until it's like useless and no one's really using it. but it's that migration into Doge.
So we were talking about Bitcoin last week.
Yeah.
So this means Doge is now it. That is the one.
Well, it hasn't gone up yet.
It went up 26%.
Oh, it dropped.
Oh, did it?
It went down. Yeah.
Oh.
I own like $10 of it, and it just goes like woo, 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 up and down. I had to, because I sold it all ages ago. When it started to go down, I bought Bitcoin with it.
Yeah.
And Bitcoins have been a bit more stable.
You need to put just $100 in Doge, right?
Yeah.
Next time it crashes, $100.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
Oh, that's what I've done.
And in 15 years,
There you go. Might be a millionaire. Might be worth nothing. Small investment, big reward is what you're sort of saying. Well, I don't understand. One of the people that I follow on Twitter is Corey Feldman. Do you know Corey Feldman? Jeez, this is a weird. Do you know who Corey Feldman is?
no idea.
He was a child actor. He was in The Goonies. He was in a few other films. He was a really close friend of Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love the film The Goonies. And obviously I love Michael Jackson. And Corey Feldman, like, not grew up with Michael Jackson, but always was around, even during, like, the most tumultuous, like, allegations. And he's always defended Michael Jackson as well.
So let me take it into context so I understand. If Michael Jackson's OJ,
Yeah.
it's
A lesser celebrity. if Michael Jackson, the biggest celebrity for 3 decades, is a more minor celebrity, and no, he was
OJ had a guy that was with him all the time through his hard moments. He was he was in the car during that.
What's his name?
Oh, I forgot his name.
Well, that's how So how about we just use the parable comparison of it's Michael Jackson and Corey Feldman.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and Corey Feldman's always been around and all that sort of stuff. He's always defended Michael Jackson, and he was actually molested by Hollywood executives as a kid.
Right.
And he talks about it. He's very open about it. So it's actually really interesting, some of the stuff he's said. And I followed him, and he's really upset about this whole Twitter takeover because he's worried about. I'll get it up because it's super.
Because Turch, if you were going through a rough moment, I would be selling you out like in a heartbeat.
Okay, he says, "Hey Twitter, now that Elon Musk has purchased this, I may not be around here much longer. I was initially excited at the prospect, but after hearing he wanted to loosen the rules to allow more free speech, that is a terrifying prospect for all." And I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, what do you mean? The censors get to determine who has free, like what we get to read?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
No.
I want to read how stupid someone is and make my own opinion of them.
Yeah, exactly right.
And then troll them on Twitter.
That's how bad ideas get weeded out. Like someone goes, hey, what about this? And people go,
that's stupid.
No. We don't go, this is my stupid idea. And it's like, well, you can't say anything bad about it. Like, he might kill himself. I was like, well, that's fine. In my opinion, that's his decision to make because of his stupid ideas.
Yeah.
Very simple. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen there. But if he makes any changes, like I said, you've got to stop thinking he wants to revolutionize Twitter. What he wants to do is make money. And I think what he's going to do is push the Doge.
Oh, I think he's going to do this. And then he's going to take it to Mars.
Why?
Why not?
Publicity.
Well, in the new Mars colony, they're obviously going to need...
Mars Connolly.
Mars colony.
Do I not know the fourth brother?
Colony.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they're going to need internet. They're going to need digital. How are they going to talk? Are they going to talk to each other on Mars? No. They're going to need phones. They're going to need to tweet at each other. We can't do conversation in society anymore, Turch.
Oh, that's why we have a podcast, I guess.
How do I know if there's anything important unless it's in a digital space?
Why is conversing with other people going to be radically different on another planet?
We don't have the skill set when we send whoever's going to go to Mars. They're going to need to be able to tweet. They're going to need to drive. Well, they're not even going to drive. The Teslas are going to drive them around on Mars. Elon's going to bore tunnels in Mars because he's doing that now.
He does do that, yeah. So it's only to communicate with people that are not on Mars, or
no, the people that go to Mars, that create their own Mars society.
Yeah.
You can't expect them to talk to one another all the time.
Why not?
Because that's not what we do on Earth.
Well, not all the time. But, like, imagine if
I turn up to your house.
This would be the worst
You
podcast
and Jess
ever.
say nothing to me. I play with Dweezil and you're both on your phones.
Yeah.
See, we couldn't survive on Mars.
You know why? Because we were trying to organise another event where we could all meet up with all of our friends so we could talk in person. Can you imagine if this podcast...
Can you not cherry pick my
Can
facts?
you imagine this podcast on Twitter only? Can we actually do a whole episode on Twitter?
Well, you can actually do that on Twitter. You can go... People can jump on Twitter and actually, like, talk and shit.
Yeah, well, you can, but I mean, like, just in the 250 characters, that's how we do it, and it's back and forth with you and I.
Oh, right. Well, can we actually do the show like this and then have it transcribed?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think Zoom automatically transcribes. Not very well.
Yeah, right.
I got two things about Microsoft today. One of the things that's really bad is the exactly what we were just talking about, the text, the speech to text transcription service that Microsoft Teams provides. Have you ever ran a session and then looked at the transcript afterwards?
I have.
It's so bad.
And it is very bad.
It is unbelievably bad. It's to the point where it is... It'd be better off getting my little cousin to type it out as fast as they could during the actual conversation. Who's 7.
He's going to miss a lot of it and then end up, drawing flowers and daffodils.
Exactly right. Yeah.
That would still be better.
It would be better off than whatever the hell this is transcribed. But here's another thing that's really bad. And another show that I just listened to actually brought this in. And I had this written down for like 4 weeks. And I left it at work. And I hadn't been to work into the office for ages. And I finally got back to the office. And I had this written down on a post-it note.
On your desk?
On my desk. And it was the Windows 10 search bar.
Yeah, okay.
Remember, like, Microsoft XP?
Yeah,
and you'd be like, where is that file? And you type in roughly what you want, and it would just go, bam, here it is. It's great. And it'll have the little dog.
Right.
And you try...
No, I'm scratching my head here. There was a dog?
Yeah, there was a little guy. But now...
So I'm sorry, I'm still stuck in, like, 95 with the paperclip.
No, that was in Word.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Office.
That was fun.
That was cool. I think you can still download, like, a version of that.
And then in 1995, then you'll try and find like the little pictures you wanted.
Yeah. But now, if you try to use like the search bar, the one in the corner, it's like, did you mean this or did you mean to search Bing?
Yeah, they try and push Bing.
And it's like, no one has ever gone, hey, actually, I'm trying to find my file, but maybe it's on Bing. No one's ever done that. Yeah, I'll just Bing it. No one's ever said that in their life. Oh, just Bing it. No one's ever said that. I don't want my search engine that's meant to be for the internal computer.
Yeah.
Just go, you're trying to find wedding photos. Did you mean wedding photos on Bing? No. No, I did not. Here are some stock wedding photos. I don't understand why they're doing that anymore. Kieran. Oh, the other thing I hate and I've actually seen a lot of on Twitter is this cracking joke, Kieran. As professional joke writers.
Yeah.
How about this one?
I like that.
Elon Musk. Oh, he purchased Twitter for $44 billion. Oh, he could have just downloaded it for free, if you know what I mean, on the App Store. Oh, look at that. Good one.
Yeah, well done, Boomer. Well done. I'm surprised, your parents or my parents didn't buy Twitter. You know, how well Boomers have done.
But you know what? I think that if he's going to buy something, like, people complain that he's going to buy it, he's bought it, he's gonna give back free speech. He should start buying other things and give things back to us. Like he should buy Coke.
Did you see his tweet there?
Which one? Oh,
which was next I'm buying Coke and putting cocaine
That's
back
exactly
in it.
Put the cocaine back into it. I'm in for that. Jeez. That's exactly where I was going with it. That's good. Kieran, in next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend, it is Mother's Day.
Ruckus, yeah.
It's Ruckus, that's right. It is Mother's Day. You have to buy your mum a gift, all the fun stuff. We're going...
What are you buying? What are you doing? What's Jess buying? And then you're going to be surprised.
Well, for Jess's mum, we are going painting, like a painting class.
Do your mums compare that, you know, the one got a better gift than the other?
I just don't tell them what they got each other.
Okay, they're good.
My mum's easy. I'm just going to buy her something simple.
Okay, just bring your shirts over to be ironed and she'll be happy.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I'll ask her to make me more soup.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't get what they're trying to push for people to buy on Mother's Day.
Candles.
Yeah, but the candles, flowers, books, stuff for like, you know, the house. All pretty simple things. Here's one for you.
Mm-hmm. A drill. A bowling ball.
Do you know what Cameo is?
A Cameo.
Cameo. It's like a website where celebrities or half washed up celebrities or not so famous
they do their you've got your Turch.
That's where I got Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert.
Yeah, you know, rest in peace, Gilbert.
Yeah. Could you imagine Jess gets you a Gilbert Gottfried cameo and then he dies and she's paid for it.
Yeah.
But it never actually arrives.
Matt, so what you're saying is that I should get Hillary Clinton to give me all these things I don't get. So there's a Cameo equivalent in Australia called Memo.
Memo.
And I'm sure it's across the world. Memo.me. And I got these ads for it. And I thought to myself, this is ridiculous. Okay, if you've got a mum.
Yeah.
At least one.
Yeah.
Right? If you could think of a celebrity your mum would like, maybe like a cameo, like say, hey, happy Mother's Day from. Who
Aretha Franklin.
Okay.
She's dead.
She's dead.
So
who would you think? They're like, you know, maybe like Johnny Depp or Brad Pitt? George Clooney. You know what I mean? Like, always handsome man. Like, hey, baby.
Mum's like George Clooney.
Yeah, mum's like George Clooney. Okay, how about Colin Mockery?
From Who's Line?
Okay. That was the...
By the way, he looks a lot fucking older than that. I've watched the recent Who's Line.
That is a photoshopped picture. You know he's got like a trans daughter now?
Oh, good on him.
Yeah. So that was number one.
And
I'm like, okay, I need to know more. You know, just like in, what's it called? What's that film? Space.
Anyone who you're talking now, I'm now thinking has a major gambling problem.
Okay. Well, you're going to love the second one. It's Mike Whitney.
Who the fuck's Mike?
From Who Dares Wins, the Australian television show.
Oh, wow.
Who Dares Wins, also a cricketer. I remember he used to go around to people and be like, I'll give you $50 if you...
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
Number two. Okay, third and final one.
Shane Warne?
Like, he's also... he happens to also be dead.
No, I just think that they could fuck up their advertising.
Okay, but here we go. Are you ready for this one here?
Okay.
Drum roll.
Yeah.
Do you think your mum would like a Mother's Day message from... the man himself, Warwick Capper?
Oh, Warwick. Fuck yeah.
Can you imagine, like, happy Mother's Day, Mum, here's a message. Hi, it's Warwick Capper here. Or Colin Mockery.
Oh.
The quality really just went down here. But I could never see myself buying anything. Like, my mum...
I now want to buy the Warwick Capper one.
You just want a Warwick Capper one?
Yeah.
I wonder how much it is.
Oh, I don't know. You've got the...
No, this is the screenshots, but we'll have a look. Can you imagine if you actually bought your mum that? Like, they wouldn't get it at the best of times.
Oh, I'm imagining it now and going, this is fucking amazing. This is bloody amazing. Mimo, everyone. Mimo.
Oh, let's have a look. I'm trying to find... Here we go. Warwick Kappa. A message for Warwick Kappa right now. So Warwick Kappa is a former Australian who played for Sydney and Brisbane Bears. It was the first $1 million player, cult celebrity, all that sort of stuff. He's currently bookings from $93. So what's the occasion? What's the video for?
How do you spell this?
MEMMO.ME.
The double M.
Yeah.
Well done.
I do. Oh my goodness gracious! You can do a longer video. You can. It doesn't even come in HD. If you want it in HD, it's an extra $17.
Well, they know how to upsell, don't they?
No, I know, right? I got another thing.
Oh wow, they've got this. I'm just on the website. Popular today. Paul Cooper. I've got no idea. Louis Spence. Adam Woodyat.
That's amazing. Who are these people?
Sue Holderness. She's an actress on Only Fools and Horses and More.
What is going on?
Or you could get the Married at First Sight crew.
Oh, I did see that. There's that Married at Big Ed. 90 Day Fiance.
You could get comedians.
Oh, trending. Yeah. The Island Boys are trending. That's pretty good. Mick Foley. Rick Harrison. Oh, Bruce Buffer. There you go. UFC Octagon.
Ed Sheeran lookalike.
What?
Oh, wow.
Amazing. There's some real crap out there.
These are definitely D-listers and below.
This is the one. You can get the Fly Soldier, one of the Island Boys for $36 right now. William Hung, we were just talking about that. $15.
No way.
That's a bargain. Now that is an absolute bargain. I got another thing.
Yeah.
For Mother's Day that you could potentially buy. Again, a lot of all these Mother's Day ads. Sometimes it's nice to buy your mum jewelry.
Yeah.
You buy them earrings. They love that sort of stuff. And then you go, okay.
The gift voucher. Always give them the gift voucher.
And then,
so they can choose the jewelry that they want.
And then you go, bracelet, easy. And Pandora is like a guy's gold mine.
Pandora has made it simple for guys.
Yeah, it is, because you just buy the band and then a charm, and then you can just buy more charms as time goes on. Great function, right? Now, I'm gonna guess Pandora is not really like upmarket, but it's like more expensive jewelry than like
Are we talking out of fashion? It's not Kmart. It's not Target. It's Country Road.
No, it's like a brand. That's like a Maya.
A Maya.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like on top of like that, you get like your custom sort of stuff. So you got your Pandora, and you sort of upmarket. So it's like now you're starting to spend minimum of $150.
So it's not David Jones.
Yeah.
But it's Maya.
It's Maya.
Okay.
And you go, okay, I'm gonna spend $150 on a piece of jewelry, this that, and then. So automatically crosses out like girlfriends to a degree. Mm-hmm. Like don't want to spend, but like your mum maybe.
Yeah.
Would your mum like a Pandora bracelet with a Star Wars pendant on it?
Oh no, she wouldn't.
What is the market? Who's buying this?
There will be Star Wars geeks out there that would love that.
I don't think so.
Oh, I think there would be.
I think that if they were going to do
You, my friend, haven't been to Comic-Con.
No, that's true. But I think they would rather spend it on toys or something more close. Like, that's just bad jewelry.
Yeah, it is.
Bad looking jewelry. Whereas at least they can just buy like a lightsaber.
Do you know what I do, Turch?
What do you do?
I go, oh shit, it's Mother's Day. I haven't got anything. And then I Uber Eats like a cake or some desserts over to my mum.
Yeah.
Win-win.
Well, you're a champion.
I know.
Oh.
So I Look, Mother's Day's coming around, which means I'm going to be at your mum's house for, dinner again. It's going to be great.
Sounds about right.
We should make this a tradition.
to
Tell your mum it's a tradition now.
You'll have to buy her another car.
Another BMW?
Another BMW.
Yeah.
Kieran, you know what is coming up that is actually the worst thing in the world? The Australian election.
Is that the worst thing in the world?
Oh, it's... At least the American one's fun. The funnest thing that we have is Clyde Palmer ads. And they're not even that fun.
All I know is I want freedom too.
That's right, I want freedom too.
Look, I was very clever this year. I've signed up for a postal vote.
Oh, well done.
Because I just went, you know what? I don't want to have to vote on election day and stand in a queue.
I had to do the early vote.
And I don't want to go to an early voting centre and be harassed by whoever's going to harass me to convince me
I'm
to
going to walk in
vote.
there to why you're voting early. I'm going to say I'm planning on catching COVID. It's as simple as that. But what annoys me is obviously every time the voting comes around, it's the Greens party.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, look how bad big industry and big corporations and the government is. We can fix it because... And here's one here. Look at this one here. This is an ad I saw.
Yeah.
Have a read of this one here.
When a nurse pays more tax than a multinational, something is seriously wrong. Part-time nurse, income $20,000, tax paid $342 in a year. Gas giant Chevron, income $39 billion, tax paid $0 over 7 years.
Okay. I've got so many issues with this.
Which is are they talking about revenue rather than profit?
Yeah, that's right. Let's start with that. Right. Okay. First of all, let's talk about that. Let's go. Okay. They actually mean profit and they haven't paid any money on, they haven't paid any tax on profit.
Yeah.
Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. What they don't understand is that there are other taxes than just income tax or
payroll tax.
Well, payroll tax is a great one because if they've definitely paid their staff, if they've gotten away with not paying $39 billion by not paying their staff, we would have heard about it in the news. So a percentage of their staff's wage, which is like 6 or 7%, has gone to payroll tax. On top of that, if they've bought, I don't know, trucks, or if they've bought petrol, or if they've bought anything, they would have paid 1 GST, 2 any other taxes like that. If they own property, they would have paid land tax. If they owned... Yes, they might not have paid profit tax, that 30%. But they've got all these other taxes that they've paid throughout the year that actually it contributes quite significantly to the government and to not only the government but the individual people, and the people that they've hired have probably a higher wage than a lot of other people
who pay tax. So not only do the people get more money, the more those richer people pay their own income tax. It's very annoying. It's a
cyclical. Oh, this person, like this company, didn't pay tax. Yeah, but
and they're buying equipment and they're reinvesting.
They're trying to
shareholders,
expand.
if there's dividends, have to pay the tax.
That's right.
And there's a lot of tax being paid.
There's lots of tax being paid. Maybe it's not just on the revenue, which again, you don't pay tax on revenue.
You pay tax on profit.
Yeah.
And then if they're doing things that the government can't do, like building gas and energy that we need, they get tax credits.
That's right. Because they're helping us do
the world with gas and energy that we need.
It's so stupid. I hate it. And the fact that people fall for this trick all the time, that's what annoys me the most.
Give me a second because I'm just trying to find... There is the election coming up. We can vote for Labour or Liberal or Greens or your favourite party, the Socialist Party. Don't you dare. You're going to bring in a fight. You bring in with one of those guys. Can we actually get one on the show? Have you tried? I've tried. Yeah? I have been shut down, Turch. Shut down by a socialist. I know. They're not very friendly. I'm trying to find... I've got this... I can't find it. Every time we come around, do you know the National Party?
The National Party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got an ad that they bring out every year for the campaign.
Yeah.
They filmed it in like 1999, and I'll see if I can find it. I can't find it. I've been googling, but it's great. It's a great ad.
This is riveting.
Riveting stuff.
Riveting stuff.
Can't find it. Anyway, elections. Australia's, they're quite boring. Wouldn't even know that we've really got an election going on. Not paying attention.
That's just the worst. Because then you get all my YouTube videos now just have political ads beforehand. Thank God, like on my computer, I just have ad block.
Premium, man. Pay for premium.
Nah, I got ad block on my computer.
Okay. All right.
It's free.
Well, yeah, I don't have that problem.
Is your premium?
Because I'm premium.
Do you get what other benefits do you get from premium?
I don't know. I get Google Music.
But you get Spotify.
But I've got Spotify.
Yeah.
Look, I was just really annoyed with the ads.
Yeah.
Really annoyed with the ads. So, I'm on that sweet, taxable income money, Turch.
How much is that? How much is premium a month?
Oh, I think it's like $20.
What? Oh, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for no ads when I use ad block for free. And
Can you put an ad block on your phone?
No.
Well, there you go. You're on your phone. You're getting the election ads.
Oh, I don't really watch YouTube videos on my phone. I just...
So when I drive up to Ballarat, sometimes I find something that's interesting on YouTube and then listen to it on the way to B-Rat.
I just listen to podcasts. Like this one, that we only do one take. I've been getting into Ryan Long's podcast.
Yeah.
The Boys Cast.
The Boys Cast.
Yeah, it's really good. It's comedians on there. Ryan Long's funny. It's all good. You got any news for us, Kieran?
Oh, shit, yeah. Do I have news?
Good.
A woman has been rescued after falling into a toilet trying to get her phone.
God. How deep of a toilet are we talking about here?
A woman who accidentally dropped her phone into the hole of an outhouse in a national forest.
Yes! It's way funnier now.
And fell in while trying to retrieve it. Had to be rescued by firefighters. Now, the firefighters are okay because they get to wear their breathing apparatus, so they don't have to smell the shit.
She doesn't.
She is stuck in that putrid.
How do you drop your phone?
Have you ever taken your phone into the toilet?
Yeah.
Have you ever, been clumsy or...
People
have dropped their phone into the toilet.
Have you dropped your phone?
I've never dropped my phone.
I've never dropped my phone in the...
But people have dropped their... This was one of the biggest things that Apple had problems with before they made their phones waterproof or water resistant.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, Apple phones are now water resistant, which means that the number of people that take their phones back because they've dropped it into the toilet has significantly reduced.
So... Wait, but I don't understand how you drop your phone into the toilet. Like, I can comfortably... I've got my big giant... You've seen my phone. That doesn't fit into pockets, right? And I can still hold it with one hand and type with one hand. And I'm pretty good. And I'm not jumping around or...
Don't ever have it in your pocket, Turch, because if you stand up, that phone could... Because that doesn't fit in your pockets.
Yeah, but it won't, fall out like that. And I'm not going to drop my phone... And I'm also...
I have a feeling...
If I'm sitting on the toilet... If I'm sitting on the toilet...
She got up to have a look at her shit?
I have to admit, that I'm just trying to work out... If I'm sitting on the toilet like I'm sitting on this chair...
Yeah.
And I got my phone here... And my phone drops... I'll just try to close my legs.
Yeah, or it drops on the floor.
Or drops on the floor. And you go, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
So this... And even if I have it all the way here, I don't think there's enough of a gap.
She stands up to wipe her ass. That's what the problem is.
It has to. Yeah. So she's gone up to wipe her ass. She can't put her phone in her pocket because it's at her ankles.
Yeah.
And she's holding it with the left hand.
Uh-huh.
Because you're not going to wipe with your non-predominant hand, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're right-handed, you wipe with the right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to assume. And so she's grabbed toilet paper, and she must have, lost control because women can't control two things at once. They can multitask, but they can't physically hold two things.
Uh-huh.
And she, instead of dropping, that brain thing that's you get your muesli bar and the wrapper, and then you throw out the muesli bar. This is what she's done in her head. She's like, okay, don't throw out the right hand. She's gone, bloop, and the toilet, and she's obviously standing.
Yeah.
And she's dropped the phone in. This is a whole symphony of mistakes.
Uh-huh.
And now the real question is, has she's up.
So she's fucked up. And this is one of the things when you fuck up. Do you just stop now?
Well, my next thing is, do you go, oh, I'm going to just go in and do I pull up the pants? Because I'm going to get the phone quickly. No one's going to know. Or do I finish wiping, potentially cover the phone with poo-covered toilet paper?
Has she finished wiping?
Has she finished wiping and then pulled up the pants and then gone in? So there's a couple of scenarios here where she's either got a half-naked, shitty ass and she's in an outhouse, or she's fully pantsed but potentially shit-covered phone from her own wiping.
All right.
And she's still stuck.
Turch, it gets better. The fire chief said she disassembled the toilet seat and used dog leashes to try and get the phone.
So that brings a whole... So she's walked out of... What, did she have the dog leashes on her?
And eventually used the leashes to tie herself off as she reached for it. That effort failed, and she fell into the toilet head first.
How deep is an outhouse?
Outhouses can be deep.
Okay.
Like, especially out in the woods.
So out of all the things she potentially
could... Imagine, like, generally a flight of stairs.
Okay. So you're talking, like, 10 feet.
Yeah.
Like 3 meters.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what I'm thinking is she's gone, I've dropped my phone into the bottom of this outhouse. About a 3 meter deep thing. What I need is something long enough to go down there and grab the phone to lift it back up. So she's left the bathroom with the potential of someone else going in there. And gone, what do I need? What grabs things and pulls on them? Oh, dog leashes. That's the... There's easily something... What else? There's got to be something else you could have chosen to fix this hair. Like, this baffles the mind.
Anyway, she fell in. The woman was alone and tried to get out for 10 to 15 minutes. Reunited with her phone, she called 911.
Oh, so the shit must have been... I'm not a tall guy.
No, you're not.
And a woman would probably be my height.
Yeah.
Right? So like 2.5 feet of her was down below. Which means the shit must have piled up.
Oh, yeah.
We're saying it's 10 feet high. Shit must have been piled up pretty high for her to be able to...
Yeah, they keep it that high because of like the composting, like because they're out in the woods.
Yeah, okay.
They need it. The shit needs to compost, and they put the.
But the shit must have been still pretty high.
In that, and
so she dismantled the toilet seat.
Yeah.
And still couldn't get out.
Yeah.
So how fat was this woman?
Well, Americans. They're Americans, so I just have to assume fat. Responding firefighters passed her blocks to stand on, so they're not going down. So blocks to stand on. So she had to build her own sort of like block fortress.
Wait, so she fell all the way in?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait.
Dog leashes aren't going to hold her.
Wait, so that's even funnier now. So So you say it was deep, but it must have been deep enough where she couldn't jump out.
Yeah, she couldn't jump up and get and hold it. Yeah.
This is the funniest story in the world. So she's fallen in. She's taken the seat off. She's tied herself off with
dog leashes.
Oh,
she's going to get the phone with the dog leashes. She ties herself off with dog leashes.
Yeah. So the phone has to be, because let's just say she's even 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
She has, and reaching up, she still can't reach the top of the toilet to try and lift herself up.
Correct.
So so the hole is 10 feet.
Yeah.
It's a 10-foot gap. It has to be.
Yeah.
Then there's shit.
Yeah, and so she would probably be up to shit in knee height shit.
Knee height shit. That's right. Yeah. So she's trying to lift it. So she thought that dog leashes would be able to maintain her weight while only her body and she couldn't. No depth perception is what I'm going with this. Amazing.
So yeah, she had the blocks, and which she stood on, which they used. So then she was able to reach a harness, which they used to pull her out.
Amazing.
She washed down and strongly was encouraged to seek medical attention. Oh, how funny is that?
Oh, that's a great story.
The captain of the fire brigade had been doing this for 40 years, and this is the first time he has experienced that.
That's amazing. That's a story that fire guy, if the fire chief is going to tell to everybody. He's like,
every dinner party that fire chief goes to, that story's coming out.
Tell us the story. Well, this one time, a fully grown woman thought that tying dog leads to herself would sustain her weight while she tried to get her phone out of an outhouse and fell in.
Oh, that's a great story. Do you got news for us, Turch?
Well, this is what I wanted to bring in. Just a coincidence, a report surfaced that the SEC and the DOJ are launching an investigation into Elon Musk now that his offer for Twitter has been sort of accepted.
Oh.
So, just a coincidence. They're doing it right now. Or maybe something a bit more sussity sus.
Do you know what it is? I can tell you what's going on. Someone in the Department of Justice has to actually do some work and goes, you know what? Let's open an investigation. We've got 2 more years now.
Yeah.
Of just sort of sitting back, relaxing, having a great time.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
The original... One of my brother's favourite films, the original Spider-Man from 2002, Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, and James Franco.
James Franco, yeah. The original.
Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin. That film is under attack. They're editing, they're changing this film. They're cutting, or they've already cut, the homophobic, and I put that in quotes, line from the 2002 film.
There was a homophobic line?
Apparently so. So, let's go through it, right? Spider-Man fans have rejoiced after a controversial line in the 2002 superhero flick was cut in a recent broadcast in Britain's ITV. The television channel dramatically slashed the homophobic scene in which Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker insults another character during a wrestling match. Do you remember this part?
No.
So he's the human spider. I think it's introduced as Spider-Man. He's got that terrible costume on. You can sort of see it here.
Yeah.
And he's fighting Macho Man Randy Savage in this scene, the actual wrestler.
Uh-huh.
And he's got this low budget outfit on, and Spider-Man, Peter Parker jumps onto the cage because it's a cage fight. And he's high up.
Oh, I remember this part. Yeah,
and then he looks down at Macho Man Randy Savage playing the character of Bonesaw, which is the best thing ever because all the people in the audience have paper, cardboard things with looking like saws, and they're cutting their arm like this. I love this scene. And he goes, "That's a cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you?"
Uh-huh.
Great line. Yeah. Great, trash talking.
That's a great trash talk line.
But they cut out the line, no. Did your husband give it to you?
No.
Because apparently that's homophobic.
That's just a funny line.
Well, yes! And it makes it so much better that it was there. Because obviously a big wrestler, they always brought up the bravado of being a womanizer and doing all this sort of thing. That's a standard character trope. There's not too many. I can't even think of one potentially gay wrestler. And I don't know if anyone knows anything about Macho Man Randy Savage, but he had a wife throughout the whole time he was a wrestler that he would bring out, and the storylines would pertain to him protecting the wife.
Right.
So Bonesaw, you would just expect to be, same, yeah. So him going...
I actually have a problem with... same with Little Britain. When people cut what they originally did.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it was fun. It was done at the time. Like, let's just keep it as it is.
But it's not. It's just It's not even like a bad. It's not even that bad of a joke, and changing it is not gonna make the film. By removing it, you've made the film actively worse. You know, yes, it doesn't change the story in this and that, but it brings about
Spider-Man 2002 needs to go onto Twitter.
Onto Twitter,
yeah.
just do your husband jokes. It's the equivalent of your mum jokes. See, when is it going to end? Eventually, oh well, some people don't have a mum. Some people just have two dads, so you can't say your mum jokes. Like fuck, what? Your dad jokes aren't as funny as your mum jokes. Let's just face it.
Let's just assume everyone is terrible, and we're trying to just mock everyone.
I think your mum jokes work more because we always like no one respect like even now like you love your dad,
yeah,
you respect your dad to a degree, but if someone says a joke about your dad, you're like
yeah.
Whereas your mum, you always like he's like, oh, I have to respect.
You know my first your mum joke.
What was that?
That I just remember this because I still think this is funny.
I can't continue. It will be.
Your mum is so fat that when she steps on the scales, it says 90210.
That's really funny. That's a great joke.
I know, right? 90210 hasn't been on TV for
30 years.
Yeah. I don't even know what 90210 was about.
It was like Dawson's Creek.
Dawson, yeah.
You know, it had like all
I
these...
hear Dawson died.
I thought it was who got the creek?
I think that's why they named it Dawson's Creek, because Dawson died.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know that. That's what I've been told. I've never watched Dawson's Creek.
Did 90210 die as well?
What's that?
Did 90210 die as well?
I don't know.
Or was that just the phone number that they called?
That's the postcode.
When Dawson died.
Oh.
I don't think they're connected at all.
No, I don't think they're connected, no.
Well, luckily, they all became friends.
Oh.
And they all went to watch Jew tell jokes. Kramer.
I just wish that we actually lived a little bit closer, that we could be sort of like Fraser and, you know, meet at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And I could be very snobby.
Fraser and Niles.
Yeah.
Who's who?
I don't know.
I'm Eddie.
My favourite line of Niles is just, oh, I'm too successful for this to be awkward. How do we know each other? It's a line I've been waiting to use.
Oh, well, you better get more successful. Oh, you got some more news.
Turch, that is offensive to successful people.
That's right, yeah. Sorry, you long.
Ban him. I'm going to edit it out in the podcast.
No, I'm on Twitter, boy. I'm on Twitterverse. I'm in the blockchain. I'm blockchained. I'm NFT'd and twittered up.
Alrighty. Turch, we like a bit of science on this podcast.
Oh, we're nothing but scientists.
Have you heard of the Oreo meter?
No, I have not.
MIT, which is one of the most prestigious universities.
You know, now you know it's going to be shit.
Institute of Technology engineers have introduced the Oreo meter.
Oh, yeah.
Mechanical engineers have put an Oreo's cream filling through a battery of tests to understand what happens when two wafers are twisted apart. This is some serious science. When you twist open an Oreo to get that creamy center, you're mimicking the standard test in rheology, right? Which is
it's serious business.
Yeah, non-Newton materials, flow, twisted, pressed, etc. However, there is a problem, Turch. And that is that the problem of the cream is not when you twist it, it is not distributed evenly between the two wafers. It sticks.
Oh no! Fat people unite. We need to know the torsion needed to turn the Oreo cookie to ensure that even distribution of cookie cream is distributed on both cookies.
Yes, because when you twist open an Oreo, it generally sticks to one side.
Okay. Whew.
To answer this question, the team subjected cookies to the standard battery of tests in a lab and found that no matter the flavour or amount of stuffing, the cream at the centre of the Oreo almost always sticks to one wafer. The researchers also investigated the torque required to twist open an Oreo and found it to be similar to the torque required to turn a doorknob. And about 1/10 of what's needed to twist open a bottle cap. The cream's failure stress, that is the force per area required to get the cream to flow, is twice that of cream cheese and peanut butter. So, why does the cookie's cream glom to one side rather than splitting evenly between both? Unfortunately,
I'm gonna make. Oh, you tell me, and then I'm gonna make a scientific call that does not need to be tested.
The manufacturing process is to blame.
That I was gonna say exactly that. They probably put the cream on one side of the cookie, and then the lid.
Videos of the manufacturing. So we're now gone from the lab to now looking at the videos. Show that they put the first wafer down, then dispense a ball of cream onto that wafer before putting the second wafer on top.
Yeah.
It says Crystal Owens, an MIT mechanical engineering PhD candidate. Apparently,
PhD candidate.
That little time delay may make the cream stick better to the first wafer.
So, you've done a PhD.
Yeah.
And when you go in there, do you bring in like a couple of ideas and you just like you go, oh, I've got a half decent idea up front, and then you lowball them with like a shit idea, and then the third one is when you go, actually, I think this is probably the most beneficial.
I can tell you what, this would have been a very serious conversation.
What do you go what's your first thing? Well, first of all, we're gonna try and develop like how much torque is needed to throw something and this and that. And they go, yeah, that's not too bad. Like, they might have military application. Yeah. It's like, oh, but here's my second one. How's this? We're going to work out why Oreos, when you twist them, only stays mainly on one side. We're gonna do that. And he's like, in the back of my mind, they're going to say no. It's a laughing one. And the last one's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to build like proper missiles.
Yeah.
And they're like, actually, that's a good idea. You can do that one. Rubber stamp next.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, no one's done that before. Let's do that. The new study on Oreology, the fracture and flow of Milk's favourite cookie, has appeared in the Journal of Physics of Fluids.
Can you imagine? Eventually, someone is going to have to write a resume.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, you get a PhD. What did you do it on? It's like, oh, just...
Did it on Oreos?
I ate cum. Like, I'd rather say that like than what the effects of cum. Like seriously. Speaking of studies, Kieran, I'm sure you get annoyed by these more than I do, but I still get annoyed by these. People on various social media accounts will post like pictures. It's like, oh, what you see. It's like horoscope-y sort of. If you see. Here's a picture. If you see this, you're this type of person. If you see this, though, you're another type of person. So here's one here. This optical illusion reveals your personality type.
Oh.
And this one here. So have a look at that picture there. Do you want to describe it to people? Or what do you see?
I see a person and lips and a dot.
Yeah, okay. So I see that too. But I also see the chicken. See, that's the beak and the head of the eye of the chicken.
Yeah. You look at it the other way, you got the chicken.
That's right. So you can sort of see both. So apparently, if you saw the rooster first, means you're quite shy, and if you see if you like the attention, you see the person on the right hand side. On the left. The mouth versus your confident, strong, and independent person. Now, if only science was this
was this simple,
we would all be out of jobs.
Uh-huh.
And a lot more people would have mental illnesses. How frustrating does you only see these sort of things?
I just ignore. I just ignore those papers. I just use them now to tease and make fun of people.
Yeah.
With my skill set and knowledge. No, but it's also just we've got a bias to reading left to right.
Yes.
So someone who's got a bias reading right to left is probably going to see a chicken or
people are weird.
Journalists these days need to come up with more fun and novel things to get stories.
Well, stories of either now, this person posted this on Twitter or TikTok. Let me just take a screenshot of it. Just use their content as one. Like last week, I bought in the tits.
Yeah.
Remember them?
Yeah.
I do remember them. Quality content.
Quality content, that's right.
And the other thing that they do is they're like faux ads. So it'd be like, these are like real estate companies will do this. It's like, and then news.com or Washington Post will be like, these 3 suburbs are where you can still afford to buy a home. And it's just,
Lebanon never makes it into those lists.
One of them recently said Greensboro, and the average price in Greensboro is $1.2 million. I'm like, that's not affordable.
Yeah, Greensboro's not.
No, not even close. This is what I mean. It's no. Those are the 2 big things, and then there's actual news stories which can be written by a bot.
Really?
Yeah, haven't you seen that sort of stuff where they sports?
I just still believe that monkeys write stories.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what journalists are.
Yeah,
sports, because a lot of the stuff is sports. You don't need at the end of the day, people just want to see the scores and who scored, and that's it. And if they want to see the game,
they'll watch the game.
They'll just watch the highlights or whatever. Most people just want the scores, and they can get a computer scraping program.
I'm amazed that journalists still are journalists and they haven't moved to podcasting or Substack.
But journalists aren't funny enough to do podcasts, and they're not interesting enough. This is the same thing when comedians think, or actors. They think, I'll just do a podcast. It's easy. It's not easy.
You have to be professional podcasters like us to do a podcast.
You know what? Even I've listened to a lot of bad podcasts. We've reviewed a lot of bad podcasts on here. And at least we have ideas to come in here. Even when we interview guests, we have a list of questions and we know where we want to take the story of the interview. If we have people come in and talk about the things that they're doing, or if we have guests come on, friends guests, they have, they fit the show. It's come in, you need to have this and that and that. If we go on other people's shows, I'll prepare for their show by listening to a few of their episodes, trying to feel out how their show is structured. Don't let let them talk more than me, because it's their show. It's all about that. But a lot of actors, Dax Shepard has a podcast, and it's terrible.
The bloody Royals have a podcast.
Oh, the Obamas podcast. We beat them.
Yeah.
They're no longer backed by Spotify, so
woo.
We did it. We beat the Obamas.
We've
done more episodes of our show than those Royals. What's it called? Megan and Sam, whatever.
We're about 181 episodes more than them.
Pretty good.
What are we going to do for our 200th?
I don't know. It's coming up by this year. It'll be 200 episodes.
This year will be 200.
I don't know what we're
maybe do. A live studio show.
You know what? How hard would it be to do a Channel 31 show?
I don't know.
Oh, I think it's the CEO's job to figure that one out.
Does anyone watch Channel 31? No, I'm going to go even higher than that. We're going on to SYN.
SYN?
Student Youth Network.
I think they're basically the same at this point. Kieran, you got any more news?
I've got one.
All right, well, let's wrap this one up. What do you got for us?
Over in London.
Oh, yeah?
A Conservative Party member was looking into reports that a lawmaker watched pornography on his phone in the House of Commons during debate.
So?
Well, it's highly unacceptable.
Why?
And they're now investigating it.
What'd you watch? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the debate was boring.
How... Are we going to have... did you watch the first election debate?
Here in Australia?
Yeah.
Didn't even know there was an election
I
debate.
didn't know either. And then I tried to find it, and I couldn't find it anywhere to watch. And then the next thing I know, the opposition leader got COVID. And I'm like, well, doesn't that mean everyone that was in
this election
debate have to quarantine now?
I've got no idea.
It's pretty great.
I've got. You know what? There's people in this election. This is really why I want to go for the Senate, safe Senate seat, because they know they're going to be voted in.
Mm.
They're in. They've got the next 6 years.
6?
Yeah, Senate. They're getting for 6.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I can do the whole politics thing.
But before then, I'm going to start with council. Going to fix the bins. Going to fix the traffic lights. And the lifeguards are going to get new flags, Turch.
That's my idea.
I know. I've taken it. I've rolled with it.
That's the best. New flags. Oh, that's a good choice. Good work. Yes. Like $8 later.
I've tested those talking points.
You know what the problem is?
And I'm not sure if I said this last time, but I'm going to make Laverton great.
I did hear that one there. You need something that rhymes with Laverton to be like, Laverton is gonna like something a ton. You know what I mean? Like it has to be like it has to rhyme.
Right.
Because people remember things better.
Yeah.
If they rhyme. You know. Just in general.
Like let's not vote for Crazy Kath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kath
That's
is
an alliteration.
Crazy. Politics hazy. See?
Chief of staff when I get in church. Chief of staff.
Make Laverton fun. The bins, they'll get done.
Oh,
see?
yeah, that's good.
Give it lifesavers need new flags. A cocks, they will not a gags. See, I don't know. Like you gotta think. You gotta get something going.
And then something will take out the bags.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Put your You know.
If you've got a great saying for how we can make Laverton great, why don't you email us?
Laverton. At least we're not Werribee. With that, Kieran, I think we're gonna wrap this one up. If you want to follow us on our social medias, follow us on Twitter, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, and the Facebook. Double Twitter, because we never get banned. And if you'd like to send us some hate mail, death threat, or a rant, record it on your phone, email us. We only do podcast at gmail.com. Kieran, so good to have you back in the studio.
Oh, my pleasure. And we will see you next week.